I don't know how to explain this. Um, I initially got this. I'm going to do a shorter version of the one I did before because I just needed to vent because I got this disease before I even knew that it was in this country. Before I even knew about this disease, I got this. I got COVID-19 in January. There was no testing available, and there was none available until I was just about over my first case of it with a relapse after 3 weeks. I am considered a mild case. The fatigue is unbelievably debilitating. The body aches, the muscle aches. I fell in the grocery store because I couldn't pick up my feet. Um, the earaches, not earaches, tinnitus actually, with one ear, my right ear closing up and my left ear buzzing with tinnitus. And I got it. I would guesstimate in mid-January. I thought it was walking pneumonia. Um, it lasted for about 3 weeks. I had a 2-day reprieve, and I was sick until I believe March 9th till like March 12th, something thereabouts. Testing was not available because I was not a healthcare worker, and it wasn't even available until March. In my state, and I did not qualify for a test because I didn't run a fever. Um, I was okay for about 2 months. I got sick again. I noticed it circa May 11th to May 14th. I've been sick since. This didn't start. The only thing that resembled the first 2 months was the unimaginable fatigue. It's just unbelievable. Um, Tired to the bone. I mean, you could never get enough sleep and feel rested. Um, I had all of the first symptoms, the headaches, sinuses. The first and foremost was the fatigue, um, unbelievable fatigue, and the brain fog, which I'm experiencing now. And I've had rolling symptoms since. Every traditional symptom. I'm not a hypochondriac. I rarely ever get sick. I feel like Superwoman, when it comes to the flu. I'm immune to measles, susceptible to chickenpox though, and I'm having a lot of trouble functioning. I was trying to make a shorter version, but the brain fog's kicking in. The struggle is real. I didn't even know that there was a terminology for this called Long Haulers COVID. I have had COVID. I had a 2-day since early to mid-January, and I had a 2-day break in February, and it returned, and I was sick until March, and I thought I'd recovered, and it came back in May. And since then, this time it didn't start with the dry cough and fatigue. This time it started with sore throat and fatigue. A fatigue like you've never known before unless you've had mononucleosis, which I had when I was 13. And I've had every symptom, including a rash, which I didn't even know was a symptom. In fact, the reason why I'm on my own is because I don't have the energy to do video editing right now. And let me get my picture here. I wanted to bring up. Oh, and I had it up too. Oh, here it is. I was just sitting here and typing on my computer, and my skin started to tighten. And Oh, damn it. I'm going to have to cancel this video, huh? My skin's starting to tighten, turned into leather and turned red, and I still have the rash somewhat on this hand, but I've been using my Seborrhea medication on it. Ah, here it is. Hold on. That's pretty scary. That's what this hand looked like. There's more. Happened on both hands, actually. Oh, it's not showing up real well, is it? Both hands, outer quadrants, going into my fingers. It's pretty scary. And today, I haven't run fever during the course of this until about over a week ago. My fever has been low, if anything. I've had fever and chills starting a week ago last Thursday that lasted 4 days. And it finally reached above 99 degrees. And I was so happy to run a fever because I finally felt like I was mounting an immune response, which hasn't seemed to have happened. And after watching so many videos about the testing and everything, it's like everything's calibrated for more severe cases. So I called my doctor again today, and his assistant asked if I wanted to get tested. And after everything I'd found out about the testing, I'm afraid to go in now because I'm afraid of getting reinfected with another mutation of this virus because I'm not mounting an immune response, or so it seems. I don't know. I kind of associate having a fever with fighting infection, and that's just not something I've run. My normal body temperature has been running between like 97.2 to 97.5, and I'm just having a lot of trouble functioning and working, and I'm really scared. Just doing something like taking out the garbage and taking it down to the dumpster and trying to haul it over the dumpster will put me down for 2-3 days. I didn't even know that there was a term for this. It's called Long Haulers Covis-19. I've looked up everything on Google, reinfection, relapse, everything. And until the article in the Atlantic came out, I didn't even know what the terminology was. And since then, I've joined every Facebook group, including the body politic Slack group dealing with this. And I've come to find out that 10% of mild cases are much like me. And I'll try and include some links that led me to some really good resources if you're suffering with this. But I'm having trouble dealing with this. I really am. I was healthy. I full of energy. And now I'm just floored. And even the waves between the COVID, I call them COVID waves, are few and far between. I am now over 7 weeks into, today's July 8th. I noticed I was sick again May 12th. So am I 7-8 weeks into this now? It's never ending. It's never ending. What scares me is I have birds, and without fail, I mean, I was vigilant with their food and their water, and now I find myself triaging at night. just doing the worst of. And I'm so afraid that this may mutate, become zoonotic. And they're the reason why I get up in the morning and do what I do. Otherwise, I would just soon go to bed and never wake up if this is going to be the rest of my life. Neurological symptoms are beyond belief. Hey, this is the reason why I don't like getting stoned. If I wanted to like lose my memory and be mind screwed, sure, I'd go for it, but that's why I don't like it. I like being productive in that point, which I can't seem to be. I can't focus for any period of time. I wake up and within 3 hours, with Red Bull in hand, this afternoon, it's now, what is it, 2:45 a.m. About an hour and 15 minutes from Betty Bye time, and I still have work to do. But within 3 hours of waking up, I find myself nodding off. I didn't even finish that can today. I find myself falling asleep several times during the day. This is unlike anything I've ever known, with the exception of mononucleosis, which I had when I was 13. Sans the intense, fiery lymph node pain, but the exhaustion is incredibly debilitating. Likes of which I've never known before, except for that. So if anybody else is suffering, there are Facebook groups. Terminology for this is Long Haulers COVID, and a lot of resources for it if you know where to look. I started with the article in the Atlantic, and it listed them, and I joined every Facebook group available for this. So please, you're not going crazy. The struggle's real. I'll turn this off.